Welcome back to the realest channel on YouTube, and we are talking about the TikTok versus YouTube event happening tonight. It's gonna be mad. There's a lot of people in there that haven't boxed before. There's people in there that have boxed a long time ago that are now getting back into boxing. There's people that have been dedicating their life to boxing since they've got into the sport. Very interesting to see, and I will definitely be tuning in. We've got some good fights on the card. As we know, the main one that I'm looking forward to is between Anison Gibb and Taylor Holder. Taylor Holder, you know, people say he's the best boxer on the show. It was you know, discussed that he's one of the best people on the show. He didn't have an opponent. Gibb stepped in, and now we got a good fight on our hands. I do have footage that I will be reacting to today. It's the latest footage that I could find. So if you know, everybody wants to go in the comments and say, "Yeah, this is old, man," I'll be like, I've just admitted this is the latest that I could find. Maybe I should have asked you guys on Twitter, because I know some of you are some real detectives and can find anything. But this is what I have for today. We're gonna react to that in a second. We know that Deji is also back against Vinny Hacker. Deji just needs to show up and do what he does when he trains. If he's trained hard, I cannot bet against Deji. I cannot bet against Deji if he puts the work in training. Austin McBroom versus Bryce Hall. I was watching a little bit of Austin McBroom earlier actually, and it was good. A few bits that he was doing, I was impressed to see. Didn't expect to see that. Faze Jarvis versus Michael Lee. Faze Jarvis has been training with someone I worked closely with in Vegas, Otis Pimpleton Jr. I don't know if they're still working together now, but they were at least working for a month or so. And I know he's a good trainer and he makes you work hard. So if Faze Jarvis has been working with him, obviously I'm gonna go with him. We got DDG versus Nate Wyatt. DDG has boxing experience before. Watching his boxing footage, you can tell he's got a bit of experience as well. So I'm expecting him to go in there knowing that this event was coming up, build off what he learned in the past and get the victory. But anyway, we're gonna get into the video clips now, the latest sparring, and then round this video up. Okay, we're gonna get into some footage now. We're gonna start off with Austin McBroom. Okay, let's see what he's got.
Sparring session about to take place right now. I got my man over here looking like Bryce Hall. Show him.
Break! You set? Step back, fellas. Good shot. Jump on it. Jump on it. Jump on that head. Jump on that head. There you go.
Nice, nice, nice. You see that? Little sit back, make the guy miss. Pam, pam, counter. That's what we like to see. Let's see that again.
Jump on that head.
Bang, bang, lovely from the southpaw stance. And here he's orthodox. And then he's southpaw again. And he's fainting out.
Good shot.
Listen. Well, I make the assumption Bryce Hall's going to be better than this guy. But Austin McBroom got a little tech. He's got a little tech. He's switch hitting. He's doing switch hitting. And he's leaning back, making the guy miss, countering with intent. This guy is under pressure right now. This is good stuff. Made him miss again, made him miss there. Bang, bang, sit back, counter, bang again. Bit of, you know, loading there, that's fine. Good little feint. Beautiful straight left. And he comes back with the hook. Yeah, that was the right time for the coach to say stop. That was very good. That is very impressive from Austin McBroom. I did say I was watching a bit of his footage earlier, but I think it might have been older footage. I wanted to save the newest one for the video. But that there, that's good stuff. Sit back, bang, bang, made the guy miss, feint there, boom with that hand. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Bryce Hall better be doing something special. I think that's the next guy I'm looking at now anyway. And if he ain't doing nothing special, then Austin McBroom's going to handle him. Let's see what Bryce Hall's got.
Relax.
Let's go. There you go.
Hold on.
That ain't it. This ain't it. Prediction: Austin McBroom by stoppage. Punches are too open. The guy that he's in there with is not defensively aware. He's more in survival. Whereas Austin McBroom looks like someone who's defensively aware. There's a difference. He's not avoiding punches by fluke. He's actually waiting for you to punch and then hitting you. This guy's kind of just ducking and diving based on panic and spinning his back. And look at this. Look at this. 17 seconds. Look at this. Back turned all sorts.
Speaker.
Oh, good shot. That guy. Come on.
Speaker.
Good shot. See, if Austin hits him like that, Austin will follow up. He won't be gassed that he landed that shot like this guy. This guy, you can see he's gassed. He's like, hey, that was a decent one, you know. Austin will follow up because on his sparring partner, he was following up until the coach said stop. He didn't have the mercy in him to stop prematurely or give his opponent a time to recover. So definitely going with Austin McBroom for the main event.
That's all I got.
He said that's what he got, but
Yo, that's a push. Keep it clean, bro. Oh, hey,
this is what you call bar fighting. Them men are fighting like someone spilt juice on his girl's shoe and then his girl said, oh, what are you gonna do about it? And then them man ended up going outside and scrapping. That's what that looks like. Austin McBroom had some technique. So if that's his opponent, I don't know how anyone can bet against Austin McBroom to win the main event. But, you know, it's boxing. Anything can happen. On to the next footage. DDG.
All right.
Nice. So you can see already DDG's boxed before. The way like he holds himself quite like comfortable in the boxing stance. It looks quite powerless, but he doesn't look uncomfortable. And the guy across from him does look a lot heavier, to be fair. Nice. A lot of movement. You know, sometimes that can tire yourself out. Let me pause it here, 40 seconds in. Sometimes when you move too much and you have nervous energy and adrenaline, it will drain you. So that big jump that he done from one side to the other side, he might not want to do that on fight night because it might have a different energy effect on him. This stuff like that, unnecessary. You know, the guy wasn't making any moves like that. So hopefully, good job. But it looked quite tutorial pace. If this is your final sparring session before you're going to war, you want it to be kind of like a war, you know, controlled. But this looks a bit too much of a mismatch. So the guy across from him is clearly being told, let him work, man, let him do his thing. And DDG is, but there's not enough retaliation. There's nothing here that shows me DDG is gonna go slip, bang, bang, catch, boom, boom. There's nothing that's gonna show that, or the intentions to, because the guy's not giving him nothing to work with. But he does have a good stance. He does look quite comfortable in most of his movements, and you know, he works up and down. There you go, popping the jab, try to jump off the hook. So he has boxing knowledge. He's in the corner now. This guy should be throwing at him, even if it's not hard. You see what I'm saying? If you're trying to help someone prepare, when you got someone in this position, doesn't mean you detonate on them and blast them, but you do have to show him, look, if you hang around in corners, this is what happens to you. So I don't know. DDG, he doesn't. It's hard to get something from this because the guy across is not offering anything. My phone's vibrating. I'm popping today. Let me put this down there. But sorry. It didn't really get. I didn't get a chance to really get a look at him because I don't feel like the guy was making him do anything. At least the other guy was trying to throw at Austin, and the other guy with the blue head guard threw some bangs as well against Bryce Hall. Anywho's, moving on to the next fight, we have Faze Jarvis right here. Let's see what he got.
That shit hurt. There you go. Yep.
this is in the middle of the gym, familiar surrounding for me.
We switched up on you, Jarvis.
Let's go, Jarvis!
Body shots in there. Okay, let's go. Let's see this.
I don't know the they videotaped. Oh, sorry.
Too playful. Way too playful.
Oh, he's good.
They're smiling and they're happy.
Oh, he's nice.
His chin's in the air when he's
You better keep
punching.
your hands up. Keep that jab out. There you go.
That was better.
I'm so bad at this, bro.
Slip. You got 2 hands. You both of them. There you go. Keep off the distance. Yo, shoot it out there.
I don't know. They look like they're having fun, which is a good thing. It is a good thing. If you're gonna do something as hard as boxing, of course you should enjoy it. I know he was working with Otis, but at the end of the day, a trainer can't make a fighter. The fighter does it. You know, there's no good trainers without good fighters. And the fighter has to have something to make the trainer good. I know at the bare minimum he's gonna be fit. His boxing technique isn't poor, but he's just missing the menace. He's missing the spite, and maybe he does need to get his chin down a little bit. But hopefully on the night he activates that inner spite, and because if the guy that he's fighting, I've seen enough of that one there. Let's come out of that. Michael Lee. If the guy he's fighting, Michael Lee, has spite, that might be enough. Sometimes spite and intention and just the motive to hurt the guy can outweigh technique, because whilst you're trying to think of all the drills you were learning, the guy's attacking you and rushing you. And that brings me into the fight that I'd like to talk about last, between Taylor Holder and Enison Gibb. Biased on this one. I know everyone comes to the channel to see me speak fair, and I am going to speak fair, but you all know that Gibb is my guy and I'm backing him, so I'm always fair. So this is old footage. I haven't got any new footage of Taylor Holder. I know Gibb, this guy, he's probably watching a fresh clip right now because I know he knows how to do these things, but yeah, this is what we've managed to get of Taylor, something that we've seen before, but just go over it quickly. Anyway, you know, he's tall, he's got quick hands, he's done some work with Canelo, you know, he's got a few things going in his favor. He's got a little bit of boxing experience to my knowledge, and I assume that his game plan will be to try and replicate what Jake did, I guess. Good shot there, and that made the guy go down. Good counter there. Let's bring that back. 22 seconds. There, cover, bang. See, which is good. You know, it's good to see guys at this level be willing to cover up and return. And that was very good to finish there. Nice guy, goes straight over to his sparring partner. So yeah, good to see. Taylor Holder versus Gibb is the one for me. Austin McBroom, after watching that clip, I want to see him as well and see if he can put that into action. Deji, we hope he's prepared diligently and taking this thing seriously. I know Gibb has. Obviously, I've seen recent sparring footage of Gibb, but I can't share it. That's his wishes, and obviously I'm gonna grant those. That's my guy. But yeah, it looks like a mixed card. I'm interested to see how DDG moves and maneuvers against someone his own size. I'm interested to see if Bryce Hall has improved from that clip. I'm interested to see if Faze Jarvis gets some spite in what he's doing, and we'll see if, like Gibb has been saying, it's redemption in Miami or is it repeat in Miami. And we ain't even going to chat all of that, but that is just me being fair because it is a possibility that he can lose. So it's redemption or repeat, but we know my heart, my focus, my attention is back in redemption. So best of luck to all the guys on the show. Credit to all of the guys on the show as well. don't, just because I said what I said about your technique, that's just me saying what I'm saying. But respect to everybody for getting in the ring on a big event like this. It's a big risk. A lot of people's careers have been made and flopped off getting in the ring, and you guys are taking that risk, and that deserves nothing but credit. So shout out to the TikTokers, shout out to the YouTubers, shout out to the people putting on the event. Before I leave, 37% off myprotein.com. For those that don't know, I like socks. MyProtein, they got some fresh socks. I don't even know what color I'm gonna wear today. But they got me ready for the summer, I can't lie. I just have to make sure my short game is strong now. But 37% off myprotein.com. If you don't know what I do at the end of the videos, it's the end of the video.